And notice if you're slumped forwards. So just try and lift the chest up. When we do that, we take the shoulders back. We take the hands to the mid thighs as well. That takes the elbows back, takes the shoulders back, lifts the chest nicely. But at the same time, just let the knees relax with the center of the floor. So let the groins relax a bit. And bring the hands up at the chest. And again, just lift that area where the root of the thumb meets the chest, up towards the ceiling, and let the knees descend to the floor. So the chest goes up, the knees go down. And then close your eyes. And just be aware of the breath. So with the inhalation, the sternum's descending towards the ceiling. The exhalation, the knees are relaxing towards the floor. The elbows are relaxing towards the floor. The shoulders are descending. Just be aware of the breath, just for a few breaths, just quietly for a moment. Okay, so we'll do a chant. So breathing in. Just for a moment, aware of the silence after the chant. And then place the hands back on the knees, move the hands back to the mid thighs, the elbows come back, chest lifts up, and we can open the eyes. And then just come up to stand. So we start, just big toes together, pressing the feet down. So we bring your big toes together and just stretch the arms down as well. So the legs are pressing down and the arms are just stretching down. The shoulders are going down, but the chest is lifting up. Same as most poses, we want the chest to lift up. What we're going to do is just take a deep breath in, bring the arms up. And reach up, then exhale, and just press the hands down, just stretching it down. We'll do a few more, so just deep breath in, reaching up, lifting the chest up, reaching out with the fingers, exhaling, feeling the arms just pressing down. One more time, stretching up, reaching all the way through the fingertips, and then come up onto the toes. And just feel yourself making yourself as tall as you can and just balancing. And then come down again, bring the arms down, just stretch the arms out to the side. Okay, so we'll hold for a bit longer this time. What I want to do is go via here, so we want to have just stretch our arms straight out. And we want to just feel that we're expanding all the way from the centre of the chest, all the way through to the thumb. And then turn the palms up, feel the shoulders going back, feel the chest lifting up, and bring the arms straight up again. We want to grip the elbows so that we have completely straight arms. And active fingers, so wiggle your fingers, reach into them, and feel how you can lengthen the whole of the side waist as well. As you press your feet down, make yourself as tall as you can. Bring your arms again down to the side, palms facing up. And then roll the thumbs back towards the floor behind you. And then turn, I want you to keep the upper arm as it is, and then turn just the forearm. So the upper arm stays as hip, and you can do it both hands. And then stretch the arms down, keep the arms nice and straight and nice and long. So the arms feel a little bit different, the body feels a little bit warmer. What we're going to do is Asana, where we clasp the fingers, right? And then we descend down the way. So this is again, shoulders are going down and back, and the chest lifting up. So for the neck, we're going to just turn your head over to the left and just see how close you can get your left ear towards your shoulder, and just feel that stretch. It should be right across the side, the right side of your neck. But you want to keep the right shoulder descending towards the floor, otherwise you're kind of cheating and you're not really getting the stretch. So just feeling that stretch. And then coming back up, going to the other side. And again, keeping the left shoulder going down towards the floor. And just feeling the stretch in the neck. See how much you can just release it, stretch it out, and then head back up. So, and then just stretch your arms out to the side. Again, just feeling the difference. If you might feel lighter Okay, so then again, I want you to this time clasp it a different way. So you had your, whatever pinky you had in the bottom, change the clasp. And then again behind you. And just circles with the neck. So whatever way you feel, just doing circles with the neck. And just avoid any crunches, any clicks. And just letting the neck warm up. But still pressing down with the hands, getting the shoulders to come down and back and lifting the chest up. Okay, and then change the rotation, so going the other way with the head. And just seeing what needs stretched out, just feel both sides, feel to get a good stretch out and just warm it up a little bit. Okay, and then just head all the way down to the floor, so that the chin's coming to the chest. Just feeling lengthening the back of the neck. Okay, and then look up. One more neck thing, which is put the hands behind your head, and then press really, really hard into the hands. So really, really quite hard press, and now my head's shaking as I press because I'm pressing really hard. And you should feel the back of your neck warming up. You know, just press, 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 and get the back of the neck to lengthen. Okay, and then stretch the arms out to the side. One more time, just arms straight up, making the body as low as you can do, counting the toes. Yep, so, oh, you're actually almost on your tiptoes. Okay, right, and then just arms into the side, lift the chest. Okay, and then we'll go straight into downward dog. So if you just come to hands and knees, just like this. And always good to be aware of the hands, so we want to have even spacing between all the fingers, so spread your fingers out. Yep. And then also you want to be pressing the roots of all the fingers down, so you don't want to have any space under your knuckles. And then tuck the toes under, press the hands down and lift the knees off the floor, just go into downward dog. And just stretch the body out, see what the back of the legs need. You can just do a bit of movement to warm up the Achilles and stuff. Still pressing the hands down, try and get the upper back in. Okay, and then come down to your knees on the floor, and take your big toes together. And so doing a Virasana, stretch out like this. Head comes down. What I think we'll do today is we're going to do some standing postures, but in between the standing postures we'll come back to doing downward dog and then this posture. So you'll get a little break in between the standings, and also you'll get to warm up your body a bit more each day. But what I want you to do is press the hands down and see how, if you can get your hips to go back so that the little bones touch the heels. Yep. Okay, then walk your knees, walk your hands towards your knees, walk your knees towards your hands, and come up to sit. And then just come up to stand again in the centre of your mat. And we'll do some standing. So, we're going to face the wall behind me. So, first of all, arms straight up. Take socks off quick. Make a mistake. Right, and then sit down as much as you can do. So, and then you put your big toes together because your knees are sort of coming in. Okay, so what we want to do is make sure the buttocks is still going down. You're all actually okay. You don't want to bend too far. Okay, and then come back up again. This time, hands in front of the chest, and again bend the knees, and then jump hang weight. Good. So big toes facing the wall behind me directly, so the outer feet are parallel, and do go nice and wide. Okay, so with the arms still reaching out, and making the arms as long as you can do, and then turn the right big toe in just very slightly, and the left foot all the way out. What you want is heel in line with arch, so the heel of the left foot in line with the arch of the right, so just check. You're all okay, right? And stretch this left arm up towards the ceiling, and lengthen this side as much as you can do, and then bring the hand down wherever it goes. It doesn't have to be all down. Yes, pop is what we want from this posture, that's the point. So try and stretch your arm directly towards the ceiling. Yeah. When the arm is completely vertical, it feels weightless. So if you have your arm completely vertical, you'll know. Okay, so what I want you to do is take your head back away and down with your tailbone, and then see if you can turn the left ribs forwards towards me and the right ribs backwards, so you're turning the chest towards the ceiling. Then come up, turn the feet, rest the hands on the hip just for a moment, lift the hands on the hips, what I want you to do is see if you can move the buttock flesh down towards the floor and the front of the abdomen up the way. Yep, and it opens up the front groins. Okay, stretch the arms out. Turn the left foot in just slightly, right foot all the way out. And then again, just check your length arch, make sure your hip pops. And what we want is straight legs. So they say pull the kneecaps up. So if you lift up your toes on both legs, you feel how that ascends the front of the legs, and then bring the toes down, but keep the front of the legs nice and active. As much as you can do, straighten your front leg. Yeah, good. And then again, stretching the right arm up, lengthening the right side body, and taking the hand down. Over it goes. So press the outer left foot down, press the inner right foot down, and straighten the front leg as much as you can do. Take your head back the way, lengthen the tailbone. And again, press the outer left foot down and take that hip back the way towards the person behind you. And then come up, stretch the arms. You're going to jump the feet together, and when you do, I want you to try and get your toes to land touching. Good. And stretch the arms down. So in this posture, just stretching the arms down, lifting the chest, buttock flesh towards the floor, abdomen towards the ceiling, chest towards the ceiling, and shoulders down. Okay, so again, and legs jump my way. So when we're here, I want you to grip the mat together, so you feel as if you're trying to pull the mat together. And then we're going to go to the pose again, so just turning the feet. Make sure you turn your right big toe in just slightly. Okay, keep your hands on your hips. I want you to focus on this right hip. The tendencies for, if you look, tendencies for this, I want you to move the right hip back, so the chest facing directly forwards. Good, stretch the arms out. And come down, make sure you focus on that right hip going back towards the person behind you. So the right hip goes back, the right shoulder also goes back towards the person behind you, and that gets this sort of turn in the spine. Make sure your arms are as vertical as it can be. Press the inner left foot down, press the outer right foot down, and turn the head to the top of the hand. Okay, stretch the arms and come back up. Turn the feet, go up to the low behind it. Lift foot in just slightly, right foot all the way out. And be aware of that left hip, trying to get back towards the person behind you. It's good. And arms as if you're floating on water. Point. Okay. So stretch the arm up towards the ceiling. Palm facing the wall behind me. And see if you can feel your arm being completely vertical. If it's completely vertical, it'll feel weightless. I feel like there's no effort to keep it there. But I still need to reach with your fingers towards the ceiling. When you press the outer left foot down, and move that left hip back towards the person behind you. Try and open up the hips a bit more. Okay, stretch the arms and come up. Jump the feet back together, big toe touch. And we just come back to Tadasana in between, which is to stretch the arms down, lift the kneecaps up, lift the chest up towards the ceiling, and just aware of the breath. So, in these postures, we need to make sure that the breathing is not struggling or anything like that. So, we'll do a couple more strenuous standings, and I want you to make sure that the breath just stays nice and relaxed. So, again, lift the legs, up my legs. And again, it's the same thing, so turn the right foot in just slightly, left foot all the way out. For this time, I want you to go wider, so step your right foot back so that you're nice and wide. You'll be surprised how wide you can go. Good. And what we're going to do is just sit down with this left leg. But act as if somebody's pulling your right arm to bring you up into the center of the room, so that your spine stays vertical. And sit down as much as you can do. You're going to get this thigh parallel to the floor. And then turn the head to look over your middle left finger. And sit down just a little bit further. You need to keep pressing your outer right foot into the floor. Okay, and then come up. Very good. Turn the feet, press the hands on the hips. And again, it's just worth focusing on moving the buttock flesh down towards the floor, lifting the abdomen up towards the chest. So, turning left foot, right foot. Check your heels and length arch. Check your left foot's turned in just a little bit. Good. And so make sure you're moving the left hip back towards the person behind you here. Good. And then stretch the arms, lift the chest, and sit there as much as you can. make sure that you're still making contact with the outer left foot. Make sure you're still moving that left hip back towards the person behind you. And if I was allowed to touch you, I would grab your wrist and I would move you into the centre of the room. I would pull you by your arm, but keep the leg bent so that the spine comes into the centre. Okay, and then sit down just a little bit further. I want to see your knees making right angles. Okay, and then jump the feet back together, turn the feet and then jump back together. Okay, so we're standing up now again. We stretch the arms down, lift the chest, we're aware of the breath. So there are two things I want to point out. I'll show you and then we'll do that again. So the first thing is the tendency for this knee to come forwards like this. We want to try and keep that back. So I think it would be helpful if we do heel in line with heel, out heel in line with arch. It's a bit easier. The other thing is the tendency for this to happen. So we're going over in each direction. So we lean the body. When I say it, I want to pull your hand, I want to make your spine vertical again. Okay? So just with that in mind, we'll try heel in line with heel and see if that helps the position of the knee. Okay, jump hand wide. That is good. It's especially good. But turn your big toes to face directly forwards. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Turn the right foot in just slightly. Lift all the way out. And put your heel of your left foot in line with the heel. Yeah. Okay. So, and then just sit down and see if it's easier to keep that left knee going back. That's much better. And sit down as much as you can do. Press your outer right foot down and dip, as if somebody's pulling your right hand to bring it up into the centre of the room. Try and get your arms completely vertical, stretch them out, sit down a little bit more, and then come up. Turn the feet, keep the arms as they are, and go to the other side. So yeah, heel and then with heel. And then make sure you're focusing again on the left hip, moving back towards the person behind you. And then sit down as far as you can do. Make sure you're focusing on getting that right knee to not track too far, so try as much as you can do to get that right knee coming back in. And sit down just a little bit more. That's good. And then look over your middle right finger. Good, nice and level. But keep moving the left hip back towards the person behind you. See how that makes you press the outer left foot down more. Okay, sit down a tiny bit more. And then come up. Turn the feet towards the wall behind you. Jump the feet back together. And lift the chest. So even though your body might be slightly tired, just don't want to lift the chest. Get a feeling of energy. Okay, so again, jump feet high wide. Balance. They say for balancing, for these ones, you want to imagine that you're in between two panes of glass. So you can't lean forward and you can't lean backwards. Okay, so this is a pose in itself. You want to make sure the toes are pointing towards the wall behind you. You want to reach out with the arms all the way through to the fingertips, and you want to grip the feet together. So you're trying to rumple the mat, you're trying to bring the mat together, and you feel the action in the hips as you do that, hopefully. And then turn left foot in a little, the right foot in a little bit, lift it all the way out. And then sit down as much as you can do. This time you're allowed to come this way because we're going to take forearm up to the thigh. Reach the other arm up towards the ceiling. It's the same thing as the pose with straight legs. You want to move the right shoulder back towards the person behind you, right ribs back towards the person behind you. Move the left ribs forwards towards me. But keep pressing the outer right foot down. And sit down as much as you can do to get that thigh parallel to the floor. Good. Then come up, stretch the arms, turn the feet. Make sure that the butterfly is going down towards the floor, the abdomen's lifting up. Turn the left foot in slightly, right foot all the way out. And for these, I want you to focus on pushing the mat apart. So we've ripped in, I want you to try and push the mat apart. Okay, so press the mat apart and then sit down. And then keep pressing the mat apart, especially with the left foot, so you can press the left foot down. Okay, and then take the forearm into the thigh, reach the other arm up towards the ceiling. And turn that left hip back towards the person behind you. Left ribs back, right ribs forwards. Sit down as much as you can do. But be aware of that right knee coming towards me. I want you to move it back towards the person behind you. Move the head back around the tailbone as well. And then come up, stretch the arms out, jump the feet back together, and stand just for a moment into Tadasana. So stretch the arms down. Awareness in your toes is good, mostly just because it makes you aware of what they're doing. So I want you to just bring your big toes together, just for the sake of awareness more than anything else. And we're going to do downward dog Adho Mukha, just to stretch out a wee bit. And then hands and knees. And go into the pose in your own time, into downward dog. And just see how the body feels now, hopefully a bit more warmed up. Just stretch out the back of the legs. And movement's good, but it's better to be still because you're applying a constant stretch. And as you apply a constant stretch, see if you can just release and relax the tension that's there. What you also have to relax your neck and your head and your tummy and jaw. But the arms are pressing down strongly, and the front of the kneecaps are pulling up strongly as well. And you're lengthening the heels towards the floor. Okay, bring the knees to the floor. Big toes together, knees apart. And stretch forward, head on the floor. You can rest your arms if you want, but it's a good idea as well to press the hands down, to press away, to as much as you can do, get your hips to come back and your buttock bones to touch your heels. So you're resting on the heels as much as possible. And aware of the breath in this pose, relaxing the abdomen. Just take a bit longer to see if you can release the hips. Aware of what's stopping you from going further back with the hips, the areas that are tight. And just letting them stretch out and release. Aware of the tongue as well, if it's pressing up against the teeth, and just let it right here relax. And we'll come up into downward dog, which is just as well, because you can practice. I get that too. Alright, so downward dog in your own time. So, I want you to focus on the upper back as well. So when you press your hands down, I want you also to press away with the hands. And see if you can get your upper back to go in a bit better. And that allows you to get your heels to come down as well. So you're pressing down with the heels, and you're pressing down with the hands. And try and have no space under the knuckles. So press the root of your first finger down. Yeah. And come back down into Adho Mukha. So knees to the floor, big toes together, knees apart. The body's warming up a bit with these. So again, just aware of the areas in the hips that are stopping you from releasing. You can breathe into them, and on the exhalation, just allow the buttock bones to descend closer towards the heels. Walk your hands towards your knees. Come up to sit. And come up to stand again. More standings. Hopefully we've got a bit more energy for them there. We're not feeling sleepy after that. So, because we're feeling sleepy, we're going to do a couple of jumpings. So, big toes together, stretch the palms down. Knees together, jump up. Okay, and then jump back together, toes touching. Stretch the arms down, and balance. Jump back. Big toes towards the wall behind me. Jump back together. Toes touching. Stretch the arms down. Once more, we need to get lower down and jump higher. Is that a quick error? Okay. And jump back together. Stretch the arms down. Okay, so far we've done the standings where the hips are like this. We're going to do the next one where the hips are facing in the direction of the front leg. So, jump feet back. Turn the right foot in as much as you can do this time. Okay, so turn on the heel, and then I want you to lift the heel and turn on the toe. And then heel in line touch. Again for these ones. So, and by now we're facing this wall with the chest and with the hips. So, let's go along with this one. Height difference is good. So, So with these ones, we want to, as much as possible, move the left hip back and move the right hip forwards, and see how that levels up the hips. You can rest your arms whenever you get, shoulder tingles or whatever. So we need to press the outer right foot down and see how, if you can straighten that leg as much as possible. And see as well, you should be getting quite a good stretch in the calf. And also we need to press the inner left foot down and see, by pressing both down, can you again pull the mat apart with your feet and get purchase on the mat. That should give you better balance in this kind of thing. Okay, reach the arms up towards the ceiling. So Urvasthana, and see how far you can come forward. So reaching forward, you just want to have your body vertical, horizontal. But keep your forearms up beside your ears. You're not coming down, you're going forwards. So forearms up towards the ears. Yeah, you're going forwards, not down. Okay, and then reach up to the hands. If you can. Hands on the hips. And turn the feet to face the wall behind you. And again, here we grip together. So when the feet are facing forwards like this, we grip together. All the other ones I want you to pull apart. Okay, so lift that left toe, turn on the heel, and then when you have to lift the ball to it. Okay, so this time right hip coming back the way, left hip going forwards, and lift the chest. Okay, so same thing again, I want you to press the outer left foot down, press the inner right foot down, and see if you can pull the mat apart like that. And you should feel a really good stretch in the left calf. So as much as you can do, getting the outer left heel to press down. Okay, and then stretch the arms up. Lift the chest as much as you can. So up towards the ceiling, sorry, and then go forward as you can, but keep the forearms up beside the ears. So lift the pinky fingers up towards the ceiling, and just see how far forward you can go. And it's just about pressing that outer left foot down, pressing the inner right foot down, pulling the mat apart. Pulling our good easy when you do songs. Just be slightly. And then stretch up. And turn the feet to face the wall behind me. Pull together. So if you grip the mat together, jump the feet in together. Stretch the arms down, lift the chest up. And just breathe for a minute. So, okay. What we're going to do now is Urvasthana 1, which is the same, but the front legs can be bent. We want to go really quite as wide as we can do. But first of all, what I want to do is just have the knee on the floor and to stretch out the hip flexor like this. This will help. So if you just come down, hands and knees, or just even kneeling. Not like that, though, that's very good. I want you just to do it's like a deep lunge. So I want the shins still to be vertical. That's very good. And just feeling the hip flexor on the whatever side you face like the universe. And just giving it a bit of a stretch. Okay. So while you're there, see if you can tuck the toes behind, under on the foot that you've got behind you, and lift the knee off the floor, keeping your balance. And try and get a straight leg on that back leg, and then come down, because that's quick. Or stay up again. You enjoy it? Right. Do you want to go again? Do it again. try again. So that was really good. Cool. And then come down. Change legs. So first of all, just stretching out the hip flexor and the back leg. And then whenever you're ready, tucking into under. See if you can straighten the leg as much as possible. Yeah, so the thigh goes up the way, but you want to be still the same in the left part of the palm, going towards the floor to get up horizontal back. Oh, that's looking good. Okay, do you want to come down and rest? And then we'll do once again. So just do one time, maybe you feel like we're up again. So we do still want to be stretching the heel back the way, even though the heel's far off the floor. The more that we stretch it back the way, the more we're going to get a straight back leg. and then come down. Okay, just go like downward dog this time, no resting on the head. Just the downward dog, nice and quick. Stretching out the back, stretching out the back of the legs, pressing the hands down. And then what I want you to do is to bring your right knee as close to your chest as possible, swing it really far into your chest and bring that foot forwards as far as it can go. Which I suck at, which is good. Good thing I didn't demonstrate. Okay, and then step it forwards, and yeah, so just it's going to be quite awkward for you. You want to be there, and then just come up, hands on hips. Okay, and feet together, and we'll do the pose classically. So classically, is just the arms up, and then we jump. Right. So turn the right foot in as much as you can do. Left foot all the way, turn the whole of the body to face that wall, the window wall. Press the outer right foot down, press the inner left foot down. And then you're probably going to want to shimmy wider as you bend the front leg down. As much as you can to bend that front leg. And sit down. But I want you to move your forearms back away towards the person behind you. And to move your elbows close to your ears. So you're sitting down as much as you can do, but you're reaching up as much as you can do as well. And pressing the outer right foot down, so you can straighten the back leg. And then come up. Rest the hands on the hips. And then turn the feet to the other direction. So it's worth, it's worth turning the back foot a wee bit more. Yeah. Okay, stretch the arms up. Try and see if you can squeeze your ears with your upper arms. And then sit down as much as you can do. And keep that back leg straight as much as you can do as well. So pressing the outer leg foot down, trying to get the heel to make contact. And moving the thigh away from the floor. See if you can move the right hip back towards the person behind you or the wall behind you. And you're also moving the left ribs forwards so that the whole of the chest is facing the wall behind you. And then just move your forearms back away a bit. Good. Sit down at the end of the floor. And then come up. Feet to the wall behind me. And jump the feet together. Okay. What I want to do next is your Vajrasana 3. So, go strong, your Vajrasana 1. Like this. And then you go 1. Like this. And you want to keep your forearms up high. We're reaching like this. Okay? But what we're going to do is use the wall. So, for people at home, we'll need a wall. We've done this before, so what it is you go like this to get your distance. This is where you want to be. And then from there we'll go like this, do this one, and then you go well, like that. Okay? So if we're going to just get to the wall, it's just like this. And you want to have vertical legs and horizontal body. So you need to have your hands nice and low down. Yeah, you might want to go down. Yeah. So move your legs in closer, try and get vertical legs. And then everyone just lift the right leg up. Yeah. But what I want you to do is move the right hip towards the floor. So that the body, yeah, exactly. Okay, bring the leg down. See if you can walk your feet a bit here. If the hamstrings are completely then you can't. Okay. Other leg, left leg. Lift it up, keep the left hip down. So the toes are pointing towards the floor. See how high you can lift the leg, keeping it straight as much as possible. Look directly forwards. Cool, left hip staying down. Okay, bring the leg down. Keep your feet where they are and stand up. So push away. Okay, and then just step back with the right leg. Really step quite far back, as far as you can do. So you're stepping back into the Vajrasana 1, so bend the front leg. And then stretch the arms up towards the ceiling. And then launch yourself towards the wall. Okay. Okay, make sure the right hip stays down towards the floor. Good. Okay, so push yourself off the wall so you can come back into the adjusting one. Yep. Okay. Okay, and then step forwards, feet together. I'll do the other side. Just step as far back as you can with the left foot. And then to bend the front leg into the adjusting one, stretch the arms up towards the ceiling. And then let me project that towards the wall. But keep the left hip down. And look directly forwards. Good. Turn your, just turn your leg like this so I can touch you. Lift your leg up as high as you can. Okay. And then just come back to your feet together. And then we'll try it in the middle of the room. So come back to your mat. So we're going to try it a couple of ways. So first of all, just standing in the middle of your mat. And the legs, jump down right. So we're going to do it for the adjusting one first. So turn the foot in as much as you can do. Lift it all the way in. Stretch the arms up towards the ceiling. Oh, you guys are too close to the wall. You guys are too close to the window. Yeah, that's enough room. Just. Okay, so bend the front leg down. And then just go forwards. Yeah, so abdomen towards the thigh, and then just lift the heel off the floor, and then just reach forwards, keeping your forearms high, and lift the leg off the floor. Straighten the standing leg, and just get your balance. So pressing the other foot down on the standing leg helps to keep balance. Wonderful, and then come back to your adjusting one as much as you can do. Or just the adjusting. Okay. Okay, quickly we'll do the other side and then move on. So, just standing like this, arms out, turn the left foot all the way in, right foot all the way out. Stretch the arms up towards the ceiling, sit down as much as you can do, and then come down, take the abdomen towards the thigh, lift the heel of the right leg off the floor, and then just go forwards and lift the leg up. See if you can get that left hip to stay down. And reach forwards through the hands. So we're trying to lengthen the whole of the body from the heel all the way through to the fingertips. Good. And then come down. And just come back to the Tadasana. Stretch the arms down. That was pretty good. Okay, lift the chest up. What we're going to do is, in terms of time, so we're just going to do a couple of quick back bends and then we'll do some relaxation stuff. So if you lie on your bellies, I'll show you what we're going to do. First of all, we're just going to lift one leg at a time, and then it's a bit length thing, so you can just watch first and then I'll talk you through it. Lifting the legs back, and bring both legs, and we'll lift the chest up like this. Do a few of these. And then we'll see if we can grab the heels. We'll do one leg at a time like this as well. And then we'll do both legs. Okay? What I would normally do if we can't reach your ankles is use belts, but we'll see how we get on. You should be able to reach just one. So first of all, I want you just to lift the right foot off the floor a couple of inches and reach back. I want you to keep a straight leg when you do that. Just the right leg, you don't need to do the arms.
Oh, that's left.
I was just going to leave it. That was fine. Okay, and then bring the leg down and stretch out the left leg. So it's about lengthening, it's not about lifting it high off the floor. So I really want just a couple of inches off the floor. So bring it quite low down and then stretch back all the way from the hip flexor all the way through to the toes. Okay, bring the leg down. And then just both legs together, so stretching back. Press the tailbone into the floor. Good. And then bring the legs down. Press your lower. And so we're going to do just the upper body, so you can relax the legs and then just reach the fingers back behind you, so fingers off the floor, and lift your chest off the floor, and reach back through the hands. And then lift the legs. No, we're just doing straight legs first, yeah. So we're reaching the legs back as far as we can, and then we're reaching the fingertips as far back as we can as well. Make sure you keep pressing the tailbone into the floor, and just feel the back muscles working. Then come down and rest for a moment. Just aware of the breath and heart rate. So we'll do it again. So I want you to reach back as much as you can with your fingers, focus on getting the shoulders away from the ears. We're just doing straight legs again. And then lift both the chest and the legs off the floor at the same time. So you're pulling the shoulders away from the ears to keep the neck nice and low. See if you can bring your chest just a little higher off the floor. Good. And then come down. So in order to catch, we're going to catch the right leg first. We need to take your left hand in front of you, press it down, and bring yourself up and see if you can just grab hold your ankle. No worries. And then what we need to do is lift the knee off the floor and press the ankle back the way into your hand. So really press quite firmly back the way. And see if you can get the knee lift off the floor. Here. The closer that your hand is to you and the higher your chest is off the floor, the easier it is actually. So the more that you lift the chest, the easier it is to lift the leg. But as long as you're getting a stretch in the thigh, that's the main thing. Your thighs getting stretched? Okay. Never know if it's too little or too much. Okay. Right, so stretch the leg down. And release the leg, move to the other leg. So this time have your hand like chest tight. Press it down, lift your chest off the floor, and catch your ankle. Lift the ankle. And lift the knee off the floor. So the ankle's pressing back the way, and it's also going up the way towards the ceiling. And you're lengthening all the way from the hip flexor that we stretched out earlier, so I want you to press your tailbone into the floor. And as long as you're getting a stretch in the thigh, then that's fine. Okay, release the leg. And relax for a moment. Make sure that I want you just to press your tailbone quite firmly into the floor because it's easy to hurt your lower back in these ones. And then what we're going to do is see if we can catch both ankles. So, same thing. So press your left hand into the floor. Bring your chest as far up off the floor as you can do, and see if you can catch your right ankle first, and then see if you can catch your left ankle as well. Okay? Make sure that your knees don't wing out, so keep your knees nice and closely together. Okay? And then I want you to lift your knees off the floor, lift the chest as high as you can off the floor, and press the shins back, and lift up as much as you can do. Good. And then come down and rest. Okay, so just aware of your breath for a minute or two, then not a minute, but a few breaths. Okay, and when you're ready, you can just come up to sit, and I'll show you what we're going to do before Shavasana. It's just simple legs up the wall. So, people at home, if you have a pillow or something, put it about 6 inches away from the wall, and you want to have your bucket going off of it, everything else on. Just stretch it like this. Do you want to come over for this one? Alright. You guys might be a little close together in terms of what has space for your arms, but actually it doesn't. So the thing is, actually I want you to have your everyone apart from the the male, if you have your buttocks on the cushion, because we're all different heights, you want to have your shoulders off. Yeah, exactly.
They need to be closer to.
You're fine there, that's good. As long as your shoulders are off, then we're fine. So you might have to do the same actually, if you can just come down and then move the cushion just a bit further forwards. Yeah. Okay, so palms facing out the way. And just letting the hands and the arms relax completely. Let the abdomen soften completely. And the tongue can move away from the teeth. Let the lips relax and the muscles of the cheeks and the jaw relax. And let the head be heavy on the floor. And I'm just going to leave you in silence for a few minutes just to, it's good in this posture just to notice change happening. So change in your breath, change in your heart, and change in your legs, just to be aware of the feelings that arise. Do you mind if I change your head a wee bit?
No.
Is that right, if you're letting it? Yep, so what I'll just do is that. So your head in this way. So with the palms facing up, hopefully the chest is nice and open. And you just put awareness in the center of the chest, the area of the sternum. And with the inhalation, allow that area just to fill up. And with the exhalation, just relax. Just another few seconds just to settle and then move to the proper relaxation. Okay, so if you roll to your right side, just bending the legs to come out. And then just come back to your mat and just lie down on your back. You can have something under your head if you like, or if you want to just lie flat, that's fine. If you want to get something warm on this way. And generally, we do have hands by the side, hands facing up, because it allows the shoulders to roll back and the chest to lift up. I'd be tempted to press your shoulders down, which is a common thing, but at the moment, just not do that. So just imagine someone's pressing your shoulders down. You want to have both the back of the shoulders making contact, and that lifts the chest up nicely. And you can let the toes roll out to the side, the big toes roll to the little toes. Let the legs relax completely. Just release them completely. Have no more control over the legs, no more control over the arms, no more control over the hips, the abdomen. Just let everything fall completely to gravity. And then you've got awareness in the eyes, just aware of any movement in the eyes. Movement's fine, with awareness it just settles down. Aware of what you can see with closed eyes, which is generally darkness. And aware of just the weight of the body on the floor. With the inhalation, again, you can fill up that area of the sternum. With the exhalation, just releasing any tension in the body whatsoever. Inhaling, you're creating space. Exhaling, and giving away to gravity. Next, spread awareness through the body. So if you want to start with your feet and your toes, and compare the left and the right feet and your toes. Just aware of any sensations that come and go in the feet. Just allow them to relax. And allow them just to be as they are. Moving up to the shins and the calves. Aware of the calves being in contact with the floor. And again, just comparing left and right. Through the knees up to the thighs and the hamstrings. The glutes and the hips, just let the hips be completely heavy on the floor. Aware of any sensations in the big muscles of the legs and the glutes. And up to the abdomen, make the abdomen be soft. Aware of any part of the body that moves when you breathe. And then aware of the hands, any sensations left and right, where they compare any movement in the body, just aware. Through the forearms and the upper arms, just let them be completely heavy. Awareness in the shoulders and the chest, allowing the chest just to rise with the breath, and the shoulders to descend with the exhalation. Aware if there's any tension in the throat or the back of the neck, or the jaw, and just with awareness, just allowing it to be, and that awareness will change it itself. Maybe aware of the face and the crown of the head. Let any tension in the face flow through the ears towards the place where the back of the head rests on the floor. And then with an exhalation, release tension all the way from the crown of the head, all the way through the toes. And let you be silent just for a minute. Take this opportunity to relax as much as you possibly can do. You don't have to focus on anything just now apart from just relaxing the body and being quiet. With one more exhalation, relax as much as you possibly can. And then begin to pay more attention to the inhalation. You can wiggle your fingers and toes a little bit. Aware of the sounds in the room. Aware of hunger in the belly. And when you're ready, just bend one leg at a time. Place the feet on the floor. Roll over to your right side. Bring the knees nice and close into the chest to raise it back. So you can turn to move your shoulder off the floor as well. And then when you're ready, press the hands down, come up to sit. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.